Want to clear out their property, they can.
That's not
yes,
true.
but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit, and the permit's going to take them. Everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Brilliant. Donald Trump is just laying down the law, smacking the woke mayor of LA, Karen Bass. And as you can see, we're here on the Megyn Kelly show today. They're commenting on this clip where Donald Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump they were having a press conference right there in Los Angeles, specifically about the Palisades, Pacific Palisades fire. And not about the fire per se, but actually about the rebuilding in the wake, in the aftermath of those terrible fires. And of course, this being California, you know, you can't just go back to your burnt down property and start hauling away, you know, all the waste and debris and all that. No, this is California. We have a procedure. We have a process. You know, you have to get a license or a permit to haul away waste, and you have to. Well, first, actually, you have to check if there's any toxic waste. You know, anything dangerous like electric batteries in your electric cars and all this. And of course, it's going to take months. It's going to take 6, 12, 18 months. And in the meantime, people, they can't even get started. And Trump was just being Trump and being absolutely brilliant there, calling out the absolute lies and bullshit of these liberal politicians in Los Angeles. So let's see what Megyn Kelly and her guest have to say.
Times dismissed her as a mannequin. Anyway, they go out there and Trump picks a fight with Mayor Karen Bass, which was absolutely beautiful. This soundbite's a little long, but watch it play out. They're arguing over how long it's going to take to clean up the fire damage in places like the Pacific Palisades, so people can get back on their properties and get what might still be there, which there is in some cases some debris that's salvageable, see the damage, you know, survey what's left so they can figure out their next move. None of that's being allowed. Watch.
But we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe. And we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes, and they can.
You should let them do it, because by the time you hire contractors, it's going to be 2 years. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. Yeah. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked,
individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
That's not
yes,
true.
but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
She just said a second ago that they could go back immediately, and now she can go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
We think within a week. Oh, yeah. You know, you can just sense the BS coming off this woman.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit, and the permit's going to take them. Everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Let me tell you something, Badya. My dear friend whose house burned down in the Pacific Palisades, she's my one woke friend, but she's sane. You know, I adore her. She wanted to get back into her house. You know why? Because they have these little heart rocks that she and her kids have been collecting since the kids were babies. You know, whatever place they went, they'd get the little, if they find a rock that looks like a heart, they collected it, and they had it in a jar, and it was on top of the mantle at the fireplace, and they all really thought it could still be there. Like, that's one thing that might not have burned, and it would give the girl something to have. And nope, no, No, you can't get anywhere. Well, you know what? She scaled a wall and she got in a full hazmat outfit, but she managed to do it. And she had to countermand the orders. They were not letting her in. She just did it. And it's because of Karen Bass and this nonsense. You can't get in. There's a video in the Daily Mail today of a guy saying, I just want to drive by. And you've got the soldiers or whoever's patrolling the area saying, we're not allowed. LAPD is not allowing us to let anybody in there. There's Trump with a hefty dose of common sense saying, just let them in. A week is too long. Some of the stuff will spoil if it managed to survive. And the 18 months that they were arguing over, that's on camera too. It is, I'll just show you this soundbite quickly. The LA Director of Public Works, Mark Pestrella, told Karen Bass and council members within the past week that it's going to take 18 months to clear the debris. Now she sits there at that meeting with Trump and says it's not true. That her Director of Public Works says it is. Here it is.
We know that the first phase will take some time. Phase 1 will take up to 3 months, maybe even longer, 6 months to get the toxics off. At the same time that is occurring, we'll be coming behind you with the process of debris removal. The debris removal can take up to 18 months, Supervisor. And I'm going to stop there because I want to make sure everybody hears that clearly. I know we want to set expectations, and I said at the beginning, I'm going to tell you what I know when I know it.
Jesus. 3 to 6 months to remove the toxic waste, which means the electric cars because of the batteries. Then up to 18 months for debris removal. What are these people supposed to do? It's outrageous.
We heard it clearly. 2 years until these people get their property back. What do you think?
First of all, Megyn, were the rocks there, the heart rocks? Did she find them?
Yes, they were there, and she salvaged them. But they were about to be carted away, I guess, within 2 years' time by Karen Bass and, her 2-year plan to, clear the area. And it's like, look, if people want to go there and immerse themselves in toxins to try to salvage what they can, that's up to them. Why is that not up to, it's not like Big Brother tries to control everything. They can do what my friend did, which is actually put on like a safety suit and a mask and risk it if it's really important to them. But Big Sister thinks she knows better, and the whole town is saying 2 years before you get your property back.
I honestly, watching Donald Trump sitting there and just calling her on her BS, I did not realize that a president could just do that, could just show up and say, that is not true. I know it's not true. Why don't you tell the truth now? Why don't you change this policy? It's the most radical thing. And it's so obvious and so simple. If that is all he accomplishes, of course, we know he's doing much, much more than that. But to just show up and say, I am going to be the accountability here, this is utterly unacceptable. Let these people into their homes. Let's have a little common sense here. Stop lying to me. And it's so amazing how she says, first she says they can go to their homes. And he says, no, they can't. And she says, well, they will be able to go to their homes, right? The immediate follow-up. I mean, this is really and truly powerful, powerful stuff. And you made the greatest point, which is whether you're broke in Appalachia or rich in California, Donald Trump wants you to thrive. And that is what this presidency is going to be about.
There is somebody on X named Eric Matheny who tweeted out the following, and I loved it. I wrote it down. Trump is governing like a man who has been shot, indicted, investigated, and impeached, and has 0 fucks left to give. It's glorious. That's exactly right.
Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant tweet by that guy. Absolutely brilliant. That is the impression I get. I'm pleasantly surprised, I must say, especially after his first term, which was pretty lackluster and which, of course, was marred by all sorts of opposition. But yeah, he is governing like he has 0 fucks left to give. Absolutely. 100% agree.
Right. He's saying it all. So then, Batya, he gets into a back and forth with this California lawmaker named Brad Sherman, a Dem, who'd been giving him a hard time because Trump said, you know what, we want to give you federal relief, but I want 2 conditions met before you get it. And that is, number 1, allow the water to flow to Southern California, like I've been saying for years, so we can be ensured that this isn't going to happen again. And number 2, you should require voter ID in this state, where they seem to have an allergy to voter ID. So he's getting all this blowback, like, how can you condition, the aid on...
That's absolutely brilliant. Trump playing the political game. It's like all these bills, these massive, we hear about the bill. Oh, it's a bill to, any sort of bill in Congress. A bill to keep children safe. Well, the bill to keep children safe on the internet, for example, is like 5,000 pages long and includes all sorts of stuff which has nothing to do with the topic in question. There's like funding for lesbian basket weaving in Botswana. There's some more money for the Ukraine. There's this and that. And I don't even know how this is allowed, but now Trump making federal aid conditional upon these things is absolutely brilliant. That is really taking the Democrats' game, and just what's the metaphor I'm looking for? Just playing their game. Okay, that's the way you want to play the game. We can play the game too.
On voter ID, it's not fair, and Brad gave him some guff about that earlier in the meeting. And then this exchange happens where Trump had thoughts for Brad on the insurance situation out in California, SOT 7.
Mr. President, without your help, they're only going to get $43,000 from the federal government, even if they have a half $1 million
you did something,
loss.
Brad, where every insurance company in the country left California. That's why you have no insurance, because you made it so impossible. People that think like you made it so impossible. And
Brad, me,
every
Mr.
insurance
President,
company.
I don't know what
I'll tell you this,
about my thinking.
I've never seen a state where almost nobody has insurance.
Here's a little more in SOT 8. They continue.
There will be more fires until we include in any disaster relief items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water.
Oh, brilliant. Sorry about that. Like water. Trump, you just got to love him. You just have to love the guy. Yeah, like water, Mr. Whoever you are. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cannot get better than that. I'm going to have to leave it there because Trump is just on fire these first couple weeks. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm glad to see him slapping these idiot liberals around, slapping California around. Yeah. Hold them to the ridiculous standards. Rub their face in it. This is the world the liberals created. This is what happens when you ignore reality for too long. Reality comes and bites you in the ass. And that happens right across the board. And we will be seeing, hopefully, a lot more of these kinds of just slap downs and reality bringers by Trump, because we need a lot of it, not just in the United States, but also in Europe, where I live. We absolutely need it. I wish we had a Trump here. Believe me, I really wish we do. I really wish we did. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Feel free to comment, and I will see you in the next video.